Good morning, everybody. It's been a very long time and no video, and that is my fault. We've been so busy, but I wanted to do a little garden tour for you guys this morning to see what we've got going on, what we've been doing. Things have been super busy, and we've got a lot done, but then at the same time, we've also had a quite a bit of rain here the past couple of days, and we haven't really been able to get out here and do a lot of weeding, so we have a ton of overgrowth. So let me just take you guys around and show you guys what we got going on in the garden. The first thing that I really want to show you is this long raised bed that Mike has made for me. It's looking kind of puny, but the bed itself is amazing. He's going to be making another one. We ended up getting a ton of free cinder block, and we didn't really know what to do with it, so thank you, Colonel. Colonel Sanders is telling us all about it this morning. So my raised beds that I had in my herb garden and flower garden area, we're dismantling some of them and moving some of that up here. And then in this pile of dirt that got moved in the process of making our raised beds, I've put a few melons in there, but as you can see, you can barely see them because it's grown up. I've got 2 short rows of tomatoes over here. There is about 10 Tiffin's Mennonite. I've never tried this variety. Actually, I've never tried any of the varieties in these 2 rows. And then this other row is, well, it's a whole bunch of different stuff. I'd have to go look. I think I've got a couple of Arkansas Travelers, some Brandywine Pinks, Rutgers, something else. I couldn't even tell you. I have to go look. And then this little row of peppers is a bunch of random sweet peppers that we're going to try out this year that we've never done before. And then we have this other garden. Well, let me start by showing our crazy overgrown area. We have blackberries and raspberries in there somewhere. There's some. They're hiding, so we're going to have to get it cleaned out. There's a bunch more over here. But we decided to just let it grow this year. So anyway, on this other garden spot, Mike has planted his corn like always. And then we got some sunflowers. I'm going to go around this way. Here the guineas are in the neighbor's yard again. They love going in the neighbor's yard, and the neighbor doesn't care, thank goodness. So in my 2 rows of tomatoes over here, which will probably struggle because I feel like having planted them between corn and sunflowers was a bad idea. I don't think they're going to get enough airflow. But over here we have one whole row of Romas. I'd have to go look. It may be Romas or Amish paste. I can't remember the exact variety. And then we have some half row of Brad's Atomic and a half row of blueberries that we were going to try out this year. We love the Brad's Atomic, but we've never tried the blueberries before. And then we've got some sunflowers. Mike was trying to alternate things. So he had sunflowers, okra, sunflowers, okra. But yes, I know, that is not actually okra. Only 4 came up. And so we just transplanted them over into an area where some did not come up over there. 2 different varieties. I can't remember. We're working on the trial with the extension office, which we've totally screwed that up. And one of the packs of sunflowers we got was totally empty, but we put Brussels sprouts in there behind the sunflowers thinking maybe the shade will help keep it a little cooler since we planted them a little too late. Yeah, I'm already seeing some worms and stuff on them. I've been going through them just about every day to check. And then we had 2 more varieties of beans from the extension office that we're trying this year. Mike knows what they are. I can't remember. And then he planted over here some radishes, turnips, beets, and then we have one row of nothing but jalapenos because we love making cowboy candy and pickled jalapenos to use throughout the year. We've got some beans on the trellis, some cucumbers on the other side of the trellis that aren't really doing well. I think they need more sun because, as you can see, this back area of the garden stays pretty shady, so we're going to have to make some adjustments next year. And then on the front side, we have a couple of squashes and zucchini. Let's see, what else did pretty good this year? Well, in the orchard, the peaches got totally destroyed by something. I'm not sure what. The trees were covered. Next thing you know, everything's fallen off, and something got into them and ate them. I have a few apples on one of the trees. The one thing that actually happened this year that I was very surprised and we didn't really get to eat because, well, birds, is my two little mulberry bushes over here. They actually got mulberries on them for the very first time. Surprise was that this tree back here is actually a mulberry tree. I had no idea. I think because we've never gotten any fruit. Our weather patterns have always been that they're all bloomed out, and then we get a freeze and it kills it all off, and so we've never had any mulberries on it. This year it was packed with mulberries. I think there may be still some up there, but literally that tree is covered in bird poop. So I don't think I'm going to be getting them off of there and eating them. And then one more thing we did this year, well actually last year, but I'm going to show you that here, is strawberry and rhubarb bed. Also, it's overgrown with weeds. We've been getting so much rain, I can come out here for like 15 minutes and then bam, it rains again, I have to go back in. But yeah, some of my rhubarb is doing really good. One of them totally died. We replanted some strawberries this year, so hopefully next year we'll have a pretty decent harvest. We'll see what happens. The other thing is the chicken run area desperately needs to be mowed down. So I don't know if we're going to let the goats in there or what we're going to do, because we do have some cherry trees are dead. But there are a couple of peach trees in there and some plum trees, so I've got to watch. But other than that, that's about it. So yeah, other than that, we had a very good season with the goats. The does did amazing, except for one had a massive uterine prolapse that we just could not repair. She had the issue happen in the middle of the night on a Sunday, and there was nothing we could do about it. We don't really have any local vets that will do house calls, and especially not on a Sunday night. So we did the best that we could with her, and unfortunately we did lose her. Yeah, our pigs have been doing good. We have one that is due in the next 2 weeks. She's the one that we're concerned about because she's not been a good mom, and so we're going to watch her very carefully. She's been a pretty decent aunt to Prosciutto's baby, so maybe there's some hope there. I don't know, but we will find out. But anyway, yep, I wanted to come and give y'all a short update, and hopefully this is going to continue from here on out. So hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your week.